Hi, my name is Steven, and today I'm going to be doing my final presentation on USA Soccer, and it's going to cover an external analysis of soccer in the United States, as well as an internal analysis, which is going to be covered by Inter Miami. So, an external analysis of USA Soccer, you have market trends, which are recognizing patterns in the popularity, sponsorship, involvement, and viewing of soccer both domestically and internationally. For instance, one reason that soccer is rising in popularity is the signing of Lionel Messi coming to Inter Miami. Before Messi came to play in the States, soccer here was not that popular. It had not that many viewers, and so when Messi came, he brought more viewers internationally as well as nationally. Sponsorships. The United States has seen many sponsorships come through for them, and even clubs in the United States will send out different sponsorships to clubs that are overseas. Soccer attracts major endorsements across a wide range of companies, which include drinks, fashion, banking, and technology organizations. And then viewership. When it comes to viewership, many people in the United States tend to watch many games nationwide. This can also, so it doesn't just have to be in the United States, it can be in different countries such as France, Spain, England. It doesn't really matter what country you're in, people will watch soccer in other countries. Kind of a part two of an external analysis of USA Soccer. You have the regulatory environment, which is different organizations in the United States, and all these organizations are soccer organizations. So you have the USSF, you have Major League Soccer, and the USSF is United States Soccer Federation. MLS is Major League Soccer. USSDA is the United States Soccer Development Academy. The USL is the United Soccer League, and the NCAA is the National Collegiate Athletic Association. The USSF is in charge of managing the sports, such as leagues for professionals, youth development initiatives, national teams, and referee training. The MLS is the highest tier of professional soccer that is held in the United States. It collaborates regularly alongside the USSF on issues like growth of players, tournament regulations, and planning, even though it is an independent organization. The USSDA has served as the top young training league run by the USSF. However, it was discontinued in 2020. The USL has many different teams and leagues integrated into it, as it is a semi-professional league, and they also have different levels. They have USL 1, 2, and I believe 3. And then the NCAA is a collegiate league where college players play and compete. There's different divisions, and there's 3. There's Division 1, Division 2, and Division 3. Opportunities for USA Soccer, youth development programs so more kids can get into the sport, better technological advancements. This can be like tracking players' movements on the field during practice and games, more coaches from overseas to USA. That way we can get the more experienced coaches over here in the States to try and further develop our players. MLS has broadcasting deals with over 150 countries, so maybe they can go out and try to get more broadcasting deals with more and more countries so that we can get more viewership from different countries. And then finally, MLS teams compete in international competitions. This means that if teams do really well from the US that are going in these international competitions, then they can get money from these competitions. And that way the league can get more and more endorsements and sponsorships and stuff like that. Now, threats for United States soccer. International soccer is more popular. Hate to say it, but it is. Coaches do not have the same experience in the USA as coaches do overseas. This lacks experience for younger players to get better development like the players overseas do. There's not enough teams in the USA. The MLS only has 28 teams, where these other leagues in other countries have multiple leagues with multiple teams. The USA only has one professional league. There's too much talent being wasted in the United States. The United States is pay to play, where if you have the money, basically you can go play or try out. But it's not a guarantee that you make it, and therefore these younger players who don't have the money they don't get a shot basically. And then other sports competitions, the NBA, MLB, NHL, those kind of things. And then the MLS needs more teams to compete in the MLS. 28 teams, or they can add another league, but they need to do something about that. A company overview of Inter Miami. The club was founded in 2018 and it is co-owned by David Beckham. David Beckham is he's a club, not a club legend, he's just a soccer legend. He played back in the day when I was growing up. I watched him, and he was what you would say now an icon, if you will. So a company overview of Inter Miami Part 2. With the signing of Lionel Messi in July of 2023, Messi helped with the merchandise sales, and he also helped with the primary mission to be a more competitive club. So along with the arrival of Lionel Messi, Inter Miami's merchandise sales increased by more than 50%. Lionel Messi's jersey sales were sold out within minutes of them hitting the market, being priced at $194.99. Messi's jersey was ordered so quickly and in such a high quantity that a lot of the jerseys got put on back order until October of 2023. The club wants to be able to compete with established teams and internationally renowned players, as the club aims to deliver championship-level soccer and higher caliber matches. Some strengths of Inter Miami include Inter Miami's ownership and branding, their youth academy, their market potential, and the fact that they have a few big name players on the roster. So Inter Miami's ownership and branding is a strength because the club is co-owned by David Beckham. David Beckham used to be a professional soccer player, and he made a big name for himself. And then market potential is a strength of Inter Miami because Miami is a sizable city that has diversified community and a thriving soccer scene. This creates a sizable possible market as well as a support base promoting the team's goods, events, and sponsorships possibilities. And then Inter Miami's Youth Academy is a big strength because with the signing of Lionel Messi, it brings in more youth players to want to come and play soccer, and so they can get better quality players because of him. And then the few big name players that Inter Miami have are Lionel Messi, Jordi Alba, Sergio Busquets, and Luis Suarez. Some weaknesses of Inter Miami are on-the-field performances by some of their players, lack of quality from a majority of their players, and then their coaching staff is weak and poor. Inter Miami's on-the-field performances are a weakness because players struggle with man marking, movement off the ball, and a lack of speed from their outside backs. These are all things that need to be there from all their players because these are all qualities of a great player. And if you're a great player, you have all these qualities. But Inter Miami lacks a lot of these qualities on a lot of their players. Lack of quality from a major of their players is a weakness because there needs to be quality throughout the entirety of a soccer club to win games. If a big player is missing, there needs to be other players stepping up to get the job done. With Lionel Messi there, their win percentage was 77.8%, which is incredibly high, and it's also very good for the club. Now, however, when Lionel Messi was not there, Inter Miami's win percentage was just at 12.5%, which is incredibly low. So you go from an incredibly high percentage to an incredibly low percentage. Some issues of Inter Miami are the fan engagement, stadium situation, and financial stability. Fan engagement is an issue for Inter Miami because most of the club's fans just come to watch Lionel Messi play. A lot of fans left a bunch of their games after Messi gets subbed off. Inter Miami's stadium situation is an issue because the biggest challenge is they just don't have a permanent stadium. They aren't supposed to have one until like 2027 or something, so it lacks, I want to say, fans because they don't have a stadium right now. I mean, they do technically, but it's not theirs. So, and then financial stability is an issue for Inter Miami because they signed these big players like Lionel Messi, Suarez, Alba, Busquets, and now they want to go and sign more big players like Luka Modric and David De Gea, and they lack the financial stability to sign younger players who are up and on the rising. So now that they have these big names, they can't spend any more money basically. And then recommendations for Inter Miami, they need to invest in more youth development programs. They are starting to do that, but they need to do it more. They need to strengthen the scouting network programs so that they don't just go and buy these big name players who are 35 plus years old. They need to focus on better coaching and improve their tactics. They need to enhance fan engagement, so it's just when these big players don't play, their fans will still be there. They need to foster a winning culture. Again, when these big players aren't there, their winning is low, so they need to bring that higher. And then they need to implement sustainability initiatives.